Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is George Schlacek.
The one and only.
The other day I showed you a video on how I made this thing. See, this is supposed to be a homemade gimbal or camera stabilizer. There's a counterweight here at the bottom. See, if I take it off, the camera tilts forward. Put it back on, it straightens out, but as you can see, it's not 100% straight. But just the way it is right now, right here, that's the way I put it to the test. And that's what this video is about. How good is this thing? Is this actually worth making? Does it actually work? Well, to find out, well, not just to find out, but I did purchase an actual gimbal. This is the, and I have trouble pronouncing that, it's called Zhiyun Crane M2. That's a gimbal that you can buy that it'll accommodate compact cameras, action cameras, and cell phones. So it's actually very versatile, and a small mirrorless camera will go on this too. So instead of doing a major big unboxing, I'll just show you what is in the box and what this thing actually looks like right here. You will see this better in the video, but what's in the box? Trying to get this out. This is the gimbal itself. See, and I have a beef with this already, because right now this is supposed to be locked in place, and as you can see, it doesn't work that well. Maybe I have to tighten this. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Better. I am still learning this. This is a learning curve, believe me. This is a little tripod that you can put it on that is especially valuable or important when you have to balance it, because you have to do that. I should make a video on that actually, because it's a little tricky if you haven't done it before. There's a little platform here that is for your camera or your cell phone. Cell phone has an adapter. I'm trying to take this out of here. And that's basically all there is to this. There's a little cable for charging, then the hand strap, a screw for the camera, 1/4-inch coarse thread like all the cameras do. So this is what it looks like. And I actually quite like this case because it's solid and it's not too big, so I can put this in my suitcase when I'm traveling, maybe in the pannier when I'm bicycle touring. So maybe this is going to come in really handy. But the point of this video isn't really to show you this. The point of this video is to prove how good my homemade gimbal is. So let's get right into that right now. Alright, I'm here with my new Zhiyun Crane 2 gimbal. I just tried this out walking. Just wanted to show you what it looks like. It's not on right now, is it? Nope, it's not on. Yeah, and the camera, actually when you balance this, you have to take into account that the camera is on or not, because as soon as you turn this on, the lens will come out and it will change the balance of this gimbal. So that alone makes it necessary to rebalance this. I will compare this with my other gimbal that I built myself. I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, what I'm doing today is I'm testing out my gimbals. Right now I am walking across Rundle Park. I can only walk up to that ice there because yeah, I don't want to wipe out. And this is the Zhiyun, am I saying that right? Crane 2. And it's on my, and I'm shaking this a bit on purpose, it's on my Canon SX ZX 730 HS. So gonna do this walk with, now we're gonna turn around, go back the same way. This is actually probably better for the lighting, but that's not the point here right now. What I'm trying to do is get an idea of how this works, how well this works actually. Now, I have not found the selfie mode on this yet. I mean, I've tried. I've watched tutorials. I've tried to do it. It looks simple in the tutorials, but there's something going on here that for some reason I can't make it work. Anyways, who needs a selfie mode? I could just hold the stick the other way around. By the way, what I was looking for in a gimbal was, dang it, was something that is really simple. And this thing has an app. I haven't downloaded that yet. I was just hoping I could just do this straight out of the box, and basically I did. But you know, there's so much more to this that I haven't explored yet. So you let me know what's the footage look, and yeah, what's next? Gotta try out something else. I built a gimbal out of a caster, and we're gonna compare how this looks. But first I'm gonna leave this on here, make a short ride with my bicycle. Wish me luck. I'm going on a bike ride with this one to see how well it stabilizes on an ice-covered trail. Yeah, I'm crazy, I know. Alright, test number 2 is with my homemade gizmo. See, there's the counterweight that is from an old fan motor. There's the caster. I can move it in all different directions and the camera stays more or less stable, but what I'm noticing is that it still moves quite a bit. So let's see by the footage. And also I'm gonna take this for a minor little bike ride. Yeah, the other bike ride went good, so. All right, we're gonna do this little walk once again. This time I'm using my homemade gimbal or camera stabilizer. I noticed that the camera is leaning forward a little bit more. That might be because maybe I need to have a heavier counterweight. No, it looking actually quite good, I think. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, it's shaking. I can tell it's shaking. But we're gonna do a walk after that doesn't have any stabilizer at all. Obviously, I'm walking in the snow here. It's not gonna be perfect, but I still believe, I'm still convinced that this thing actually works. Now, of course, on this I also have selfie mode. Well, I'm gonna just hold it this way. That's all that is. And again, I noticed that my camera is tilting a little bit, and it's also not the most comfortable to hold it. But I'm just wondering how it compensates for the movement from me walking down the trail. Yeah, it is tilting forward. The counterweight that I got is from an old motor, from a fan motor. Alright, I did not bring my usual selfie stick that I use most of the time when I do my vlogging, but this video would not be complete without the comparison. Now I'm holding the camera with my hand, just with my hand. And yeah, well, we'll see the difference when we watch this movie, or when I get home and watch this on my computer. That's usually how it's done, what I do. So I think I walked up to these trees here. That's good. Walking the other way. I don't know, at what point did I put this into selfie direction? I don't know, I don't remember. Selfie mode. Just holding the camera, that's all. Now obviously you're gonna see it move with me. So the impression I got, the inkling that I got, is that probably that gimbal that I bought for $200 on eBay, even though I was frustrated with it this morning because I couldn't connect the Wi-Fi, I couldn't get it into selfie mode and all these little things, I think it works good. I have the feeling that it does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it steadies out the footage. My homemade one, we'll have to see. I'm not sure about it. I know it tilts too much forward, that's the problem. Handheld bike riding test. Let's see how this compares to the two gimbals that I have. I know I have more control over it like this than I have with my homemade gimbal, but it is less comfortable to hold it by the camera body. Alright, the gimbal is now in selfie mode. I figured it out! It seems like I'm normally too slow with pushing the trigger and stuff, so this is definitely working. It turned around toward me. I can see now what the gimbal is doing, what control mode it's in. And let's try this out walking. Are you keeping up with me, gimbal? Yeah, it kind of is, but I wouldn't say it's perfect though. But yeah, how does this look for walking footage? Or what if I run with it? Running with it now. Well, this is kind of exciting. Not that it's any different than if I do this myself. Going for a little run here in Rundle Park. Well, now you've seen it. Is this thing worth it? Is it worth making this? I'll tell you what I think, and you can leave me a comment sharing your thoughts, but I think number one, this counterweight that I have here, it is too light. See, if I pull on this hard, the camera is straight. So what I need to do in order to improve this is probably just make this a lot heavier. And if this is heavier, then I need a better handle that I can hold better. And then, yeah, I think I'm gonna put this to the test again. I don't think it was a waste of time to make this, but with anything that you make, you run into a phase where maybe it's not quite perfect. Maybe this will never be quite perfect. Obviously, there's a reason for having motorized gimbals, but maybe I shouldn't give up on this just yet. So yeah, you guessed it, you can expect another video on this once I get around to improving this a little bit, and then we see if it's possible to do that. I mean, theoretically, look, you have this and you have that. That's a 2-axis gimbal right there. I thought the idea was pretty neat because the parts are cheap. So if you like this, even though I didn't come up with the result that I was hoping, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and hey, subscribing is completely free, so welcome to my channel. Thank you. And by the way, I got tons of other videos that you might want to check out. And I'll see you soon.